Today, I want to talk about one of the biggest downsides to living here in Bangkok, Thailand, and that is the air quality. Now, if you would have asked me a month or two ago how I felt about the air quality here in Bangkok, I would have told you it was a non issue because that has been our experience here living in Bangkok for the time that we've been here. But I have to tell you, over the last couple of weeks, and I'm making this video in January of 2025, the reality of the air quality has caught us off guard. Let me explain a little bit. So we arrived in Bangkok in September of 2022. And so we arrived during rainy season, and then we got to experience that December month where the weather is pretty much the best here in Bangkok all year round. I think the month of December the weather's beautiful. But in that 2022 moving into 2023, we still had COVID restrictions in place. And so we were wearing masks everywhere we went. And so the air quality seemed to be a non-issue. In addition to the masks, our apartment that we were living in at the time was on the 36th floor of our building. And so we would leave our slider open all of the time and never had any difficulty with the air quality. And I am talking to you about this as someone with no allergies, no respiratory conditions, and as someone who doesn't really get colds. I mean, I haven't had a cold in years. And that's all due to good hand washing, nursing 101. Anywho, so fast forward to January 2024, and that is when we took off for Da Nang, Vietnam. We were in Da Nang for the months of January and February, and then for the month of March, we went on a visit to San Diego and returned to Bangkok in April. So during that time, we missed the fire burning season, which usually runs from February to April or May in the north of Thailand, but obviously the entire region is affected. So here we are in January 2025, and both Mark and I have noticed a difference in the air quality than all of our previous time here in Bangkok. For starters, our apartment right now is on the 11th floor, so that's fairly close to the ground by Bangkok standards. And so here in central Bangkok, we feel we are just more in that air with all of the traffic. I went on a walk yesterday, quite a long walk, and when I got back home, I just noticed that I had not a scratchy throat, but I could just feel like maybe I had ingested a lot of bad air. It was just a different feeling than I've had. And I was outside for several hours. And Mark has allergies, but they really haven't bothered him in a few years. But it seems like this season he is feeling a bit more irritation, throat irritation. And we also bought an air purifier for our room last month, and we leave that on all the time. But the other day, we have this old habit of opening our sliding door because we like the fresh air to come in, and we just don't want to be in that air conditioned air all the time. And the air purifier, like the reading went through the roof, and I forgot that I had the door open, and I thought maybe it was malfunctioning or the filter needed to be changed already, even though we've only had it for like a month at this point. And then I remember the door was open. I closed the door, and just a short while later, the air inside normalized back to that low level 10, the PM 2.5. It in our room, it sits at around 10. And so I thought, wow, that was really an eye-opener for me. So really, it's taken us a little by surprise, even though everybody talks about how horrible the air quality is here in Bangkok during that certain time of the year. And this is the first year where we're really feeling that, but it's the first year we feel like we're kind of operating under normal conditions. And it is a concern. How will we deal with this moving forward? We certainly don't want to have to stay inside for months at a time. There is the option to go somewhere during these months where the air is clearer. Many people do that. Chiang Mai apparently has very poor air quality during this time of year. Many people retreat to the south, or they go to beach areas in other countries. So there are a lot of options. I just wanted to make this video for you guys because I do get asked about the air quality, and I've always commented that, I don't have any respiratory issues. It hasn't been a problem, which has been true up until just a couple of weeks ago. So it's not something that we ever considered when moving here before, because weather is something that we've never considered in any of our moves. We feel we would be able to adapt to the weather wherever we go. It wasn't a concern in our life before because we came from somewhere with great weather, but we don't want weather to be a limiting option that dictates where we live. Although I will say being in the warm weather really is priceless. But anywho, I just wanted to let you guys know about this. Will it be a problem for you? I don't know. I am just talking about my personal experience, and definitely having an air purifier inside helps, but it doesn't really help with the conditions outside and spending time outside. And this is the time of year where the weather's supposed to be best here in Bangkok, but then you have to deal with the pollution. So like I said, it did catch us by surprise, even though it's kind of been there. It just never affected us until recently. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.